Welcome to the Eastman City Council meeting, September 28, 2015. I'd like to welcome all visitors here tonight, especially WGXA who's here tonight. I want to welcome y'all. And if you will, stand and we're going to do the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Let us pray. Most graciously Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight. We just ask you to bless this meeting tonight. Lord, just be with us and be with Mr. Prince while he's not here tonight, even though we have his voice. But bless him and give him a safe trip back home and his family. Bless each and every one here tonight and bless their families, Father. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we need to approve the agenda. Do I hear a motion to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I need a second.
Second.
Second, all in favor, raise your hand. So carried. All right.
You can take a vote for Mr. Prince, too.
Oh, yeah. And also, Mr. Prince.
Yes.
All right. And you could say, you can vote whenever you hear me say we want to vote, you can vote on it, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right. We have Mr. Prince on the intercom. He's in Athens tonight. And so he will be just as he was if he wasn't here. Okay. We need to approve the minutes of the September 14, 2015 regular meeting. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve the minutes September 14, 2015 meeting.
Do I hear a second?
I second.
All in favor, raise your hand. And you can say yes, Mr. Prince.
Yes.
So carried by all. Old business. Do we have any old business? Okay. New business. TIA Studstill Dodge Art Craft Booth approval for a 5K run.
TIA stuff.
Oh, that's TIA. I got, you know we got a TIA.
You know, come on, man.
I think it went good though. Look at you, you like it.
All right, we are doing a 5K and a 1 mile fun run. It's going to be for the Dodge Arts Guild. The Chamber of Commerce is putting it on to benefit the Dodge Arts Guild. It is going to be October 24th. Registration is going to be at the courthouse at 7, and the 1 mile fun run starts at 8:15, and the 5K starts at 9. I've already reserved the courthouse and got approval with them through that office, and I've got everything going on. Just wanted to give you guys either our routes approved for the 1 mile is behind it, as well as the 5K. The 5K is the same as last year. The 1 mile is a new run, and Ms. Becky has been made aware that we are doing this, and she knows of it. And last year we had around 102 participants, I think, so we're looking at about 120, I hope, this year to get there going. And so we just need the police to be there, and we'll get coordinated out with Ms. Becky further. Close to the date. Any questions?
Ms. B, is everything in order on that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, everything's in order. All in I need a motion.
I'll make that motion. We let them have their right.
Okay, I need a second.
Second.
Got a second. All in favor, raise your hand. Mr. Prince, thank you.
Thank y'all. I'll see you out there. You know to register at 7 a.m.
You won't see me there to walk.
Come support. Medicine men are going to play, too.
Mr. Prince, anytime you want to say something, just speak up, okay?
All right.
All righty.
Thank y'all for having me.
Thank you, Ms. Tia.
Thank you.
Ms. Tia.
It's TIA.
TIA. Okay, the next thing on the agenda is the roundabout.
Okay, if y'all remember, we have never voted per se to do the roundabout or not. So, Mr. Raymond, do you want to take this over?
Okay. What I'm wanting to do, and I think several more, is we want to vote on this so we can, if we're going to do it or we're not going to do it. But I want to ask if anybody got any questions at this time.
Now, when you say vote to do it, is that vote to approve to build the roundabout, or is this, I know Milton's talked about some in the past, I reckon I still got about several unanswered questions about, I know we've got a cost on building a roundabout, but there's still unanswered questions with properties and how much it's going to cost. There's gas tanks. As far as any public forums or public hearings and public input and stuff, I know one Friday night we had a little something talking about it, but I reckon that's my question. Is this a vote tonight to build the roundabout, or what? I reckon, what is this about?
I was just like, I think it's about time for us to have a straight up and down vote on which type of project are we going to pursue. Are we going to start pursuing a roundabout project and then start doing all of that entails, like you say, those public forums and all of that? Or are we going to turn down the state monies in the roundabout project and pursue another type of project? I feel like to kind of put the cart before the horse and start doing forums and all of that without figuring out which direction we're heading in is just kind of spinning our wheels.
Because I know I've talked about before, and this is my opinion, but whether we roundabout, red light, four-way stop, anything out there, is pursue from Oak Street, where you turn onto Griffin Street, is put the turning lane all the way out that road, all the way out to the bypass. And because if we don't, I mean, if we come back, and I know proposals on the roundabout, well, yes, we can always go back, and if you do put a turning lane in, they can go back and readjust it and redo it and all. I don't know, for me, like I said, there's still unanswered questions on it. We pursued this turning lane. Oak Street, when they did it years ago, they went ahead and put the turning lane in from the red light all the way out, because traffic congestion and all, we're instead of looking at the whole forest, it's like we're looking at a tree or two and we're wanting to prune it. So, but what are we still going to do with traffic and all before you get to the roundabout, and then coming from Griffin Street all the way to the roundabout, because you've got dentist's office and all, you've got people turning in, traffic still going to stop. And that is our westward in and out lanes coming to and from Eastman. And also, I don't know, those are just questions, and I don't know if anybody has ever been mentioned of pursuing turning lanes. I know turning lanes have been mentioned if we talked about a red light there, and but I don't think we need to sell ourselves short and just, maybe not look into putting a turning lane in, because I think the state already has right-of-ways going down that road all the way. And of course, when you're dealing with the state, a roundabout's the cheapest thing for them. That's what they're going to be pushing. But there's some, I mean, to me, there's more we need to look at that goes along with a roundabout than just fixing or working on a problem right there at that intersection at Legion and Griffin.
Let me say my concerns on this. We've been going at this for this city council for 4 years, and the city council before us, and you were on, buddy, going on another 4 years on this one intersection. Mm-hmm. And as time goes by, the nursing homes go open back up. We're going to have more and more traffic headed down towards Walmart and back. And roundabout, we will get a $300,000 grant on. If we put in a red light, we're going to have to put up the money, maintain it, and we don't have the money or the power to get out there and do that, take care of all that. And I know there's a lot of people that are scared of roundabouts, but until you've been in one, I think they would understand it's not as bad as they think it is. A roundabout is probably safer than a traffic light. As far as that goes, it will take a lot of traffic. But we got to step up to the plate and do something. It's going to be another 8 years before something gets done. And I just feel like we need to go get that money for the grant, so we can do this. I mean, that's just my opinions on it. We got to do something now, because I'm tired of people coming, when y'all gonna do something about the intersection, that's all I ever hear. And if you go down there and try to get out from Legion Drive on the Griffith Street, you can sit there sometimes 5-8 minutes before you can get out on the road. And so we need to do something. Well, I think what's gonna happen, somebody's gonna have a bad accident down there one day. They're either gonna get hurt bad or killed because they're taking unnecessary chances trying to get out onto that road. And I think that's our most important thing, is the roundabout. As far as lanes are, they can come later. But I think we need to get something down that intersection. They won't let us have a four-way stop. And they just said we don't qualify for a red light. So we don't have any other option but to take the roundabout.
Well, my opinion is that you're talking about the turning lanes. Well, I don't think that the roundabout has anything to do with the turning lanes, because the money is set aside for the roundabout. Now, we can still pursue the turning lane, but the roundabout doesn't have nothing to do with the turn lane. That's my opinion now. And we got over $300,000 right now that we're going to lose if we don't do something. And I talked to several this past week, business people who live on that street, and they said they are all for the roundabout. Mr. Prince, do you would like to say something, sir?
Well, I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what if I know we had one person came in and made his opinion known to everyone. But what if we post a notice, and the ones that are concerned about it come and voice their opinion, and then we make a vote on it? I think we need to at least pursue it as to whether the people that are concerned about your thinking that you said won't, then they can come and voice their opinion, and then we can go and vote with knowing that we're doing what people want.
Well, I think, Mr. Prince, the only way that you could actually do that, and I don't think we would do that, and that would be to have a vote, a city election thing where people come in and vote for it or not for it. But I'm wrong. Won't we have people? Won't we have anything on that?
No, I was just talking about a public hearing.
Public hearing.
I don't think you need to have a vote on it. I think you can do a public hearing.
They just come voice opinions, whether they're for it, against it, or it's not a referendum vote where they decide.
Right.
It's just a public forums to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with Pastor Dawson, with Mr. Dawson on that, and that I don't know. I just feel like that's shifting it onto the community to make the decision that we've been elected to make on, doing the community good, and that the public forum, the public input, all of that will come when this body helps set a direction on which way to go. So if we do hold a forum and everyone's against a roundabout because of maybe lack of knowledge about it for whatever reason, well, how does that advance this cause? We're back to now trying to figure out, well, are we going to let this $300,000 go? Are we not going to do the roundabout? Do we need to start trying to knock on state doors again to see if we can get somebody to commit to allowing us to do a red light? I don't know. Having a forum and getting, either a yay or nay from the citizenry, how does that advance getting that intersection corrected? I don't see how, like I said, that's just shifting the responsibility from us to the community.
Well, I keep hearing, and I reckon I've heard it 3 times now. It's like we're basing the decision we're ready to make a move because we're worried about losing $300,000. Now, if we vote to go ahead and do that, and I think the project cost has, what, $400,000, $354, around $400,000. But then I still have nobody shown me how much it's going to cost to do anything with right-of-ways, or if there's gas tanks under the ground up there, how much it's going to cost to alleviate them. I know we've had some land, some property donated that possibly has them, but it's, so I don't know. I mean, we're making a decision on we want to lose $300,000 or we don't want to lose $300,000, but if we get $300,000 and then we get a final bill on the roundabout and it costs $850,000, then our $50,000 to $100,000 investment is going to increase $550,000 up to that. So I don't know. Like I said, I've heard everybody say we're more worried about losing the $300,000 grant, and also
I'm worried about somebody losing their life down that intersection. That's why I want to get something done, not about as much about the money, but we don't, if we're going to do it, we don't need to lose that money.
And my viewpoint on it is not so much losing the money, it's that we have a viable project that the money can be used towards versus another plan where we don't have any kind of viability to. We just want to say that we need to keep knocking on doors until we get someone to commit to a red light. So with basically those two scenarios, I want the intersection to get improved, and we have one project that shows the ability to improve that intersection, and then we just have a bunch of question marks on the others.
You know, in life, sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield, and a lot of people are not going to agree with it, and there'll be a lot of people will agree with it. I mean, I think once they get into something like this, they're going to like it. They're just scared to try it, but once they try it, I think they're going to like it. I think we did a good job on that intersection.
Any other concerns, questions? All right, I'm going to ask for a motion to approve doing the roundabout.
I'm going to make a motion, we get in touch with the DOA, or DOT rather, and get this thing started.
All right, I got a motion. Do I hear a second?
I second.
A second. All in favor, raise your hand.
I'm voting no.
All right, 3, 4, 2 against. So carried. All right.
And Mr. Milton, you are including our engineers to go ahead and finish drawing up the roundabout and whatever it takes to.
Yes, to advance that and get it to the point to where the council needs to make further motions and decisions to move the project forward.
Okay.
Because based on an engineering study, we'll have to do a title search and search the
Right.
ownership and whether or not we can
And that's what
acquire
Mr. Buddy was talking about, the gas tanks or whatever.
any property necessary
Right.
or any issues. So you will revisit this again based on those analysis and studies by the engineer and any legal issues.
If I'm correct on this, can't our T-Splosh be used for this?
I would really rather check into that to be sure.
Okay.
Since we've got this money.
Right.
And
Okay, all right. Okay, number 3, monthly reports gives a study. You'll see them right in front of you. If you have any questions, see Ms. B and Ms. Ivan. Number 4 is your approved monthly bill for September 14th to 28th.
and everything seems to be in order
Okay.
for the monthly bills.
Okay, we need a motion to approve the monthly bills for September 14th to the 28th.
I'll make that motion to approve.
I got a motion. Do I hear a second?
second.
Second. All in favor, raise your hand.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Number 5, Airport Authority member application. We have only one person that has sent in an application, and I will read it to y'all. Application for city appointment to the Heart of Georgia Regional Airport and Authority. Dear Council, please let this letter serve as the application to serve the City of Eastman for its appointment to the Airport Authority. My desire is to continue seeing our community move to a forward direction. I would consider it a privilege to be the appointee to represent the City of Eastman. If you should have any questions, please feel free to contact me at any time. And he gives a phone number, which is Jason Brady. That's the only one we have. Do I hear a motion to accept Jason's appointment to the Airport Authority?
Well, before we move forward, also I would say that it would behoove us to also give the current member of that board consideration too, since they are sitting. I didn't necessarily expect them to have to reapply, but just in your motion, do give consideration that we have had a board member on that board that has served through some turbulent times, lawsuits and all such. So please give him full consideration as well.
We will. We will.
He told me that he just wouldn't think he was going to be interested anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Clement.
Okay. All righty. Do I hear a motion?
I don't know, Mr. Braden, maybe I do, but I don't think I do.
He works at the Colony Bank.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you know him.
I know it now.
Excuse me, Citizen.
I always
That
know
ain't
him
the
as
one you
Jason,
got
I
in.
didn't know what his last
Yeah,
name.
Jason.
He moved from.
He was
Colony
at
to the
Colony.
That's right, that's where I knew him from.
He's a nice guy, really.
He's also a board member of the Chamber of Commerce, community active in the Lions Club. And I want to say, I think he's been through Leadership Dodge, so when it comes
He
to
has.
community knowledge, he put in a potential strong candidate on the board.
And also, Charles, at the 30th, when we're gonna have the class.
Yes, sir, I want to remind you of that this evening, 30th, Wednesday, this week, 8:30 in the morning,
And I believe that is
at the chamber.
And he has agreed to go to that, so he can,
advertise that.
yeah. Okay, I need a motion then to accept him.
I'll make a motion that we appoint Jason Braden to the Airport Authority, the Heart of Georgia Regional Airport Authority. I would put the caveat that instead of the typical waiting until the beginning of January, because of the updated training coming, that we make that appointment effective immediately.
Okay, all right. Do I hear a second on that motion?
Second.
Second, all in favor, raise your hand.
Yes.
So carried by all.
Did Brent say yes?
Yeah, he said yes. Okay, city manager's report.
Okay, don't have too much on there. We have given y'all a printout of the past due taxes, and we'd like you to check that out and put in consideration. Maybe we'll bring it up at the next meeting to see if y'all want to go like we were collecting the taxes before. Just something y'all can look at and read over and let us know at the next meeting. We'll bring it up again. And hopefully the weather permitting, we're going to try to be patching some Wednesday. All the holes you've seen that we've gotten dug out, we'll try to start patching Wednesday or Thursday, weather permitting. And that's basically all I have.
Okay. Anybody like to ask Miss B anything? Okay.
I did have one thing.
Okay.
I just didn't want to slip off our radar about the work study on the potential changes to the water rates for high volume users.
Yeah.
That's something that potentially may help us be a better draw for a new industry, and that would really be something I hope that we could get scheduled maybe before the middle of October.
Right.
Anybody else? All righty, other business from council. Mr. Prince, would you like to say anything?
I don't have anything.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Milton?
Okay, I just wanted to mention that the Eastman Downtown Development Authority received an award from the Eastman Dodge County Chamber of Commerce recently for their activities on reorganizing the DDA and also for the recent installation of the new downtown banners. If you ride through there, you'll see some new fall banners that are up that really spruce up the place. And with the DDA's help, this has been the second year in a row that the city has received this Spotlight Award. Last year, of course, we received it for Mr. Raymond's initiative helping us get the fireworks back. So being a competitive guy, I'm already putting our sights on that third year in a row. Maybe something along a roundabout or whoever knows. Maybe a farmer's market might get to town between now and then to secure that. That's all I have.
Mr. Bobby?
Yes, I went to the Magnolia Theater Saturday night. It was great. First time I've ever been, and I think I'll go back again sometime. But I'd like to see us buy one of those banners they hang up there over the stage. We don't have to talk about that, but I'd like to bring it up sometime. But I think it's $1,000 to buy one of those banners, a sponsor. But they need some help, and I think that'd be one way of helping them too.
And we do own the building, don't we?
Yeah, we own the building.
And we appreciate you for it too.
I just want to put that up, just think about it.
All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Buddy?
No.
Yeah, I also, and Mr. Milton, we did attend the theater the other night, and it was real good. And I think we do need something down there to know that, let everybody know that we do own the building.
Well, you're thanked every.
I know, I heard that. I waited for that.
Okay, you are appreciated and
You are.
please help.
You
And
are.
everybody at City Hall helps the program.
Yeah.
Well, Raymond told me, he said, Bobby, let's go down and sit on the front row so we could be singing.
You can. Well, everyone saw you. We appreciate it too, and I'm so glad that you guys came, that could come. So, and the next show will be in November, so hopefully y'all can come and get a table and join in that festivity as well.
Okay, all righty. Audience participation. We got anybody that'd like to come up and speak? Charles, do you want to tell everybody what that is we're having the 30th?
I'll be happy to. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the council, and Ms. B. The training Wednesday morning, the 30th, is being put on by the Carl Benson Center out of Athens. It is Development Authority, Airport Authority, Economic Development Training. Anybody that's on the Airport Authority or on the Economic Development Authority has to go through that training series at least once every 3 to 5 years. And what we've done is to have a trainer to come here, Ms. Jennifer Nelson, so that we don't have to go out of town to do it. And every member of our Airport Authority and our development authorities will receive training at the same time, which will qualify us for at least 3 years out, not something we'll have to worry about again. And you want that on your record with the Department of Community Affairs, which affects grants and other things that we might apply for to come to the city. So it's very important that we stay current with everything that's there. That's why we're doing it. It's 8:30, buddy. What time is it?
8:30.
8:30.
That morning?
That morning. It starts at 8:30 that morning. It's over at 4:30 that afternoon. And it will be the entire day. We're all going to serve lunch, so it'll be a really good time. And it'll be in the back part of what we call the Chamber Hall. So look forward to seeing all of you there. If anybody has a question, I'll be glad to answer.
We drag in about 10.
You get about 30% of the credits.
Mr. Prince, don't forget about the class on the 30th if you can make it. It's at 8:30 to 4:30.
Now, Prince.
8:30 to
No,
4:30.
Prince, you want, that's just the development
Development
authority.
Authority and Airport Authority.
Well, I'm going.
I'm on the airport.
But you on the
Sorry about
airport
that, Mr.
authority.
Prince, you can't go.
Okay.
I mean, you run by there, you
Going to go get TIA and see if you can help me with that.
I love this job.
Sorry.
I love this job. Okay, do I have any more from anybody in the audience? All right. If nothing else, we need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion, we adjourn.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor, raise your hand and speak.
Yeah.
It's so carried by all.